And we are recording. Oh, yes! I'm singing it again. Let's go get some barbecue.
Let's go get some barbecue.
Let's go get some barbecue.
Spicy, tangy barbecue.
Let's go get some barbecue. I love that song. I'm so happy I wrote that song.
You know, I gotta say, barbecue is very funny when you think about it. Because when you go to a restaurant, it's a barbecue place, and you're expecting, like, brisket and pulled pork and stuff like that. But when somebody has a barbecue, you're just expecting burgers and dogs.
Yeah, but, I just... If you say you're not a fan of barbecue in Texas...
Yeah, that's kind of like being a conservative in California. You're not gonna last
it usually doesn't end too well.
No, it doesn't end well at all. I was just because like when Captain, for the record, wow, we are totally stealing Captain's thunder. Hold on, like yeah, intro everybody, Captain. I'm so sorry.
At this point, we're kind of midway in the game.
So
sorry, a lot of action sequences and sort of music.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, the bind one. Okay, so quick context here, Tyler. Captain has something like this summonable hand thing that binds people and shoots bullets.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you do in your spare time.
Well, I mean, I would love to use that, like the hand that binds enemies and oh yeah, the Poundizer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would rather have Starfire's ability to learn any language just by kissing somebody.
That kind of has a perk too, depending on who it
Kind of
is.
seems to be more useful.
Depends on who it is. You may not want that language.
Okay, yeah, you really gonna tell me you want a hand that shoots stuff in the middle of like an everyday situation? What good's that gonna do?
Well, I mean,
I don't genuinely interact with very many people, so quite a lot of things.
You're basically just causing property damage for the sake of causing property damage.
Yeah, not my property.
well, Tyler, let me ask you this: have you ever heard of? Well, do you know anything on Warhammer 40K?
I know of it. I really couldn't do an episode on it or something until I get a little more research. I assume it's your semi-standard fantasy game.
Well, the 40K is sci-fi. There is a fantasy version of Warhammer, but like the thing is with like I can kiss someone and then learn how to speak their entire language. There's a faction of called the Necrons. They're basically undead zombie machines that occasionally speak. And they're living, and they're actually, and their bodies are living metal. Do you really?
So wait, hold up. If they were machines, then they were never really alive to begin with.
Long story as to why they're
biomechanical thing, like the Transformers or Clockwork from Ben 10.
It's more along the lines.
They were alive at one point, and then the old gods transformed them into that with the promise of immortality. So they weren't originally unliving.
Yeah.
No, that's not the part I'm talking about. You said it was undead machines, so I'm acknowledging the machine part. They're machines, they're never really alive, unless it's like a Cybertronian situation.
Well, actually, no. It is exactly like Cybertronian. They accept. No. I'm sorry, that's stupid. Not Cybertronian. Battlestar Galactica, the 2004 series, and how they have their resurrection hubs. Because once they're destroyed, they just go back. They literally teleport to a resurrection hub where their body just gets reconstructed. Once they take.
So kind of like Rick Sanchez, or like did you ever see that episode where Rick dies, but then his consciousness gets transferred to another clone?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. But think machines, and occasionally some of them can speak. So, and the way they speak is actually through, like, they speak, like, machine? Some of them can actually communicate in, like, English, but, like, do you really want to,
Nonetheless, let me guess, ones and zeros?
Yes.
Alright.
Or whatever the Necron version of binary is.
Oh, no.
How would you like to communicate talk like a space insect. Oh god.
I guess.
Did I tell you that they're Sony's actually making Sony is making a Starship Troopers?
I've heard of that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm gonna be honest, I've never really been crazy about the idea of a Star Trek movie. Because this is the whole point of Star Trek, to be like an adventure series. You really can't do a good adventure in an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, I don't know. First Contact with the Borg movie?
I guess. But
Well-
it's like when something gets adapted from a TV show into a movie. Like,
Well, actually,
I don't know.
Well, let me put it to you like this. Because, like, Star Trek has this weird, well, with the exception of the remakes with Chris Pine, Star Trek has this weird tradition. Someone told me about this. I forget who it was. But, like, every odd Star Trek movie is shit, but every even Star Trek movie is either good or okay.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that's the automatic law, but that's just what we've been going on based on so far.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the exception of, like I said, with the exception of the Chris Pine remakes, Nemesis was bleh, but, like, First Contact was good. The Star Trek Generations, when Kirk and, oh my god, Kirk and Picard actually, like, team up was terrible. But, like, you know, I mean, you see what I'm saying. You see the point. Like, I'm just.
I mean, the concept was there. It was like the Japanese Beast Wars series, where Optimus Primal kind of teamed up with Leo Convoy, and that worked well.
Yeah. I'm just saying the rule. At first I was questioning it hard, but then they were just all like, oh, Doug, like, here, think about the movies. Like, huh. I mean, they're not wrong. I mean, wow,
I don't know, it's just kind of weird when a TV show gets a movie. It's like you're trying to scrunch all that time, all that character development, all that character growth, etc., etc. It's like an hour and a half thing.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
that. Usually I'm okay. Like, it depends on how the movie is made. If you make the movie for the fans and basically give a giant middle finger to newcomers, then that's okay, because it already assumes you're on board.
Honestly, I think we should do that. Like, all the MCU movies are, at this point, just basically glorified fan fiction.
Well, while I won't speak on that, I mean, like, because, you know, comic book movies and me, just, I'm done with comic book movies. I will, however, say...
I mean, has anything really been good in Marvel's Phase 4? I mean, the only thing that was, like, really good was the Spider-Man. That's because it capitalized on the fan service and the nostalgia of the other Spider-Man movies.
I'll take your word for it on that. I still haven't watched No Way Home, but I'll watch the...
Oh, dude, shame on you.
That... Again, you're barking up the wrong tree, dude. I will, if it's like not into the Spider-Verse, well, and I know it's not called Into the Spider-Verse, but, like, I was legit blown away by it because everybody was telling me, watch it, stop, like, being an idiot, and just watch it. So I watched it, and I was, like, legit blown away. And I will be, and I will say this right now, I will watch the sequel because I was just that happy with it.
I guess. I mean...
Yeah, it was...
Well, he's like, what, a teenager now or something?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing kind of looks like a Cthulhu, what's it called? Not Shub-Niggurath, something else.
Wait, what did you say?
Well, because I'm also familiar with the Cthulhu mythos, or mythos, and I know, like, there's, VR Lethotep is fucking awesome. There's Cthulhu, Azathoth, Yog-Sothoth, Shub-Niggurath, the unspeakable one, the Yellow King, Hastur. Oh, I love Hastur. But anyway, there's this one Cthulhu being, I don't know if it's an elder god, I honestly forgot, but, like, she's spawned, like, all of the Cthulhu beings type of deal, whereas Yog-Sothoth just knows what you're doing and where you are right now, and has like a billion eyes and is watching you right now, scratching your head and be like, yes, keep scratching your head. Now keep your head exactly where it is. Yes, follow my plan.
So it's basically some Eisen level shit.
Yeah, but like just creepier. Because Eisen's just a douchebag. But he is. I mean, he's just a douchebag, and it sucks that he's still alive. God, I hate Bleach.
Whatever, just take your potato chip and eat it.
Make me.
Do I need to buy a trip to California to shove potato chips down your mouth?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What? I honestly didn't hear what you said. Say again.
Oh, you honestly didn't hear me. Oh, okay. So, do I need to buy a ticket to California to shove potato chips in your mouth?
Oh. You're Bleach-loving. You people in your Bleach-loving ways.
First off, I'm more of a One Piece fan than a Bleach fan. Secondly, I'm only a couple episodes into the 1,000-Year War Blood Arc, or whatever it is.
Well, since when did they arrows? But you know what? Whatever. Alright, out of curiosity, are you happy with it?
With Bleach?
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, Chainsaw Man's really where it's at right now, but I'm just glad they finally picked up Bleach. So it'd be really weird if they added filler to that, considering that the manga's finished.
Yeah.
Oh, Bleach is finished. The manga?
Yeah,
it's
manga's
finished.
finished, dude.
Oh, that's good. No, I'm saying it's...
What, are you more excited about Boruto?
Look, I'm not saying it's... For the record, I'm not saying it's good that... Oh, good, no more Bleach. I'm actually saying it's good, because that way the anime won't have filler. Hopefully it won't have any filler. Because that's one of the reasons that turned me off to the Bleach anime as a whole. God knows they abuse the filler so much.
Well, let's go over the big three and their percentage of filler. So far, the least amount of filler by percentage is 1. That's 10% filler. Then we have the original Naruto series. That's 40%.
Nope,
Then
don't
we
even
have
mention
Shippuden.
God, Naruto.
Oh, I will.
So guilty of that.
44% for Shippuden. 45% for Bleach.
Ugh.
And Boruto has 70%.
Yeah.
And hey, let's not forget Dragon Ball. Holy shit, did Dragon Ball abuse the filler material nonsense? Oh,
Dude, it only had like 1 filler arc. And that was the freaking Garlic Jr.
They basically abused the time of battles more than anything else.
Well, yeah, within any battle, there's going to be a little bit of filler for dramaticism.
I do not need a dramatic 3-episode charge up.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Like, how many episodes did it take for Goku to use the Spirit Bomb on Frieza? 30 billion episodes. God knows. I gotta introduce you two to Captain C Dragon Ball's PP. So, like, I gotta introduce Tyler to that.
Yeah, I saw that. That is a hard pass for me.
Really?
Like,
Really? Like, that's so much of a hard pass for me, I'm basically constipated. That's how much of a hard pass it is.
Oh wow, that is a hard pass. Holy shit.
Right?
Yeah, it is a hard pass. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there are certain cartoons that I just can't watch. Like...
Cartoons or anime?
Huh?
Cartoons or anime?
Cartoons, like Oni cartoons. Oni cartoons I'm more or less okay with, but if you ask me to watch,
Oni cartoons?
Huh?
Oni cartoons?
Yeah, that's who did Dragon Ball's P and Dragon Ball's PP, the sequel.
Oh yeah, ugh.
Like, I'm okay with Oni cartoons. I have no strong ill will towards Oni cartoons. I do, however, have a strong hatred for like I'm never gonna watch Cow and Chicken again. That's just disgusting. The shit they did was just fucking disgusting.
Dude, it was so disgusting it could be an Adult Swim show and no one would notice.
Yeah.
It's
like, same goes with that, I don't know if it's still ongoing anymore, that one Satan demon dog or whatever the fuck Adult Swim had. or has.
Mr. Pickles?
Yeah, that is
Ugh.
disgusting.
Well, yeah, that is
Please,
prime
half the
adult
shows
swim.
Adult Swim airs is just for stoners at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't watched any of Adult Swim in the longest, so I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah, you're not really missing much. Like, the
Yeah,
best
I've
thing
been a
they
stoner
had
at 3 in the morning.
was Primal.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
right?
well,
The best thing they had that was new for a while was Primal, but the ending was shit.
Man.
well,
The series itself was good, the ending was
Primal
shit.
more Toonami?
It's a fine line between Adult Swim and Toonami, so in my experience, Toonami usually does the anime stuff, and that's only on Saturdays.
Well, yeah, I thought Primal was on Toonami Saturdays. Sorry.
No, it was on Adult Swim.
Okay.
But like I said, it's a fine line, because I have the Adult Swim app, and there's still some episodes of Dragon Ball and One Piece on there.
Mm. They want to get what viewing they can.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, apparently America itself has, like, the strictest TV rating system, if that makes any sense.
Yes, it doesn't.
Because Dragon Ball, One Piece, they're kid shows. Even though they show, like, blood, and they'll occasionally say shit, but more or less.
Yes, and Watership Down was meant for kids.
Oh, man. Oh, Tyler. You have no... Oh. Here's the thing. We actually, like, while we were doing an episode of God of War Ragnarok, right? I was telling Captain, how some of my coworkers were mentioning, oh, Disney plays are awesome. I'm like, they're based on some dark books. And I'm just all like, what? And the conversation shifted to Watership Down. And one of my coworkers straight up watched Watership Down. He's all like, dude, I'm never gonna watch a movie that you talk about ever again. I'm like, dude, I told you not to watch it.
Alright, then yeah, your friend sounds like a dumbass. If you told him not to watch it, and he watched it anyway, then he is a dumbass. He sits on a throne of dumbassery while he passes dumbass laws.
It's more along the line. I don't want to call him a dumbass. I just wanted to satiate his curiosity because,
Tell him not to watch it?
You know how I over exaggerate things, right? Like when it comes to
but I mean, it's not like we live in an age that doesn't have Google where you can check this shit out.
Yeah. I think that's
So at some point,
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
so I mean, at this point, he's got to take some responsibility in that.
Yeah. But if you think that's weird, because I brought this up on a slap lunch before Tyler and Bobbert were a part of the mix. I was talking about Miyazaki flicks, and one of my exes, she never watched a Miyazaki flick ever. So
Ever?
Never. She never heard of Miyazaki at all. She never heard of Studio Ghibli or any of that. So she's all
Wait,
like,
was she an anime fan at all?
No. She wasn't an anime
Okay,
fan.
then that's actually sounds a little off. She's never heard of even Ghibli or any of its various titles?
No, never. But here's
her going out her way.
Here's the kicker. Captain remembers this. The first Studio Ghibli she watched, I swear to God this is true, and I was with her, because she was just like, you watch this with me? I'm like, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. She watched...
Alright, so what was the first Ghibli she watched?
Journey of the Fireflies.
Why?
Yeah. That is.
She's crying, and power to her. She stuck it out. She watched the entire thing, even though I was just all like, please don't. Later, she became a fan because the next movie I just had her down. I'm like, hey, look, let's watch this. She's like, no, I was too sad. Just watch Spirited Away. You will love it. And
Okay, that's a better one to start off with. Hell,
Yeah.
Porco Rosso or Howl's Moving Castle.
Hell,
Kiki's
even
Delivery
Princess
Service.
Mononoke doesn't just throw you into despair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Princess Mononoke for the more veteran Ghibli fans, but yeah, that's actually
you know
a
what?
good one.
Yeah, I will
You're
agree
more
with you on that
into
one
the,
time, because Mononoke does have some blood and gore, and
It
that's
does,
what
and it
happened
does
with
tackle a lot of serious issues, like
Yeah.
what I've noticed in that film, and why it's my personal favorite Ghibli film, is that none of the people there really are villains. What they're doing is what they need to do to survive in this world, but it just happens to conflict with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and what happened to Okoto. I mean, oof, that's still that cry of pain still haunts me every now and again when I watch that. Just like, oh God.
Honestly, I know I'm trying to be more of a summer, but you have to watch that movie dub. Keith David opens that movie phenomenal.
Oh yeah, no, I did. Mononoke was one of the very, very few anime movies that I watched, both the English and the Nihon dub. And yes, I love Keith David as Okoto. He fucking killed it as Okoto. But then again, because that's Ghibli. Ghibli does not fuck around when it comes to voice acting. Like more or
absolutely.
less.
It's had a marvelous number of voice actors.
Yes.
David Ogden Stiers, Mark Hamill, the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond at one point.
Yeah.
Who else off the top of my head? Oh, that guy, Jason Marsden.
Who was he?
He was the Yukaku River. I forgot his actor.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I forgot. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He was a dragon guy in Spirited Away. What was his name that they introduced him as? It's gonna kill me now.
But like I said, that's Ghibli. Ghibli has a really good record when it comes to.
Oh, Michael Keaton. There's another
Michael
one.
Keaton was in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who else do they have? Judy Greer at one point.
Well, yeah, because like I said, it's just because like Ghibli. What Ghibli does is they don't just go for stunt casting or any of that nonsense. They're like, hey, look,
no.
No, they actually get good actors who know how to do good voice work. And it shows. They're look at their record. Look at their fucking record. I mean, I
haven't seen that new one, that earwig one. I didn't see that one yet.
Me neither. And like I said, there are a few hiccups like Tales of Earthsea. I mean, fuck that movie. Or
well, no one can bat 1,000.
Huh?
Well, no one's gonna bat 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
But they do come pretty close.
Yes, they do. I wonder because I know Miyazaki came out of retirement and I wonder what movie he's animating right now. I want it.
As long as you're talking about Ghibli, did you guys check out that anime I told you about?
Which one?
Sherlock Hound.
Oh no, I never did. Because after the recording of Doom was said and done, I completely forgot about it. So email me that link, dude.
I'll send you a link.
Thanks. But, I know I'm reaching here, but, Funimation does a good job with its dubbing, too.
I'm gonna be honest, it does when they really put their mind to it.
Yeah.
But it feels like after a while they use the same voices over and over again. And I get that, because people like, say, Monica Rial, Chris Sabat, Sean Schemmel, are big names that are gonna draw attention. While at the same time, we want to give new people a chance. So it's a real balancing act that I think they're working on. But I gotta say, the funny thing about Monica Rial's character is, you've all seen Ghost Stories, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So she went from having accepted Jesus Christ as her personal Lord and Savior to that frickin' isekai, or Saga of Tanya the Evil, to I'm gonna cut God up into little pieces. Kind of a 180 there.
It's a fun 180. I appreciate it.
Oh, go ahead, Cap. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I was saying it's a fun 180 because I appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
Like being that diverse to be able to kind of jump either way and not just be locked in makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Well, we can even take that step further, where Colin Clinkenbeard, the current voice of Luffy, also does, was it Urza or Ezra? No, it's Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail.
Ah, okay.
You know what else was a fun, 180? I don't know if either of you have seen Batman Year One. The SWAT team commander in Batman Year One was voiced by the same character who does Bill Dauterive on King of the Hill.
Stephen Root?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. He was also Cringer in the He-Man Netflix series.
Okay, that I didn't know. But then again, I haven't watched the He-Man Netflix. Because He-Man, He-Man was.
Well, yeah, that was
always
like
shit.
one of the only voices Kevin Conroy voiced it. God rest his soul. That wasn't Batman.
Yeah, I hear Suicide Squad Kills Justice League is gonna show off like Kevin Conroy's Batman out of respect.
I mean, isn't there something against using a dead voice actor or dead actor's voice?
Well, this was like the last thing he filmed before he died. So they're just like
Okay, yeah, then that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it would deal with his estate. If his estate allows it, then it'd be fine. But if they
I mean,
don't,
it's better what they did for Toy Story 4.
What happened in Toy Story 4?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No.
Don Rickles, the voice for Mr. Potato Head, died before Toy Story 4 came out, and they just recycled his voice for Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, that's
Which
true.
one?
Fuck you, Pixar.
ooh,
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Come on. Oh, fuck off, Pixar. That's shit.
It really is kind of a low blow on them.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, this is also the same company that gave us racist cartoon characters from, say, Dumbo and Aristocats and Peter Pan.
Mm.
So,
Well,
who knows
keep in
what
mind
they're...
this was also post Wall-E Pixar, so like, I mean, if it was pre Wall-E Pixar, I'd be more outraged. But like post Wall-E, I mean, like you know that all their movies, with the exception of Up, just sucked.
Honestly, the only one that really sucked for me was The Good Dinosaur.
Yeah, it didn't really.
It doesn't make sense. Like, for starters, if dinosaurs are still alive, then people and cattle wouldn't be, because dinosaurs are way too big,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
wouldn't work out. Like, the only mammals that survived around that time were ones that weighed no more than 10 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, like small.
So, like,
rodents
the
and
biggest thing they would fight over, or they would live with, would be like a fox or something.
shit. Yeah, they'd essentially hunt the prey to extinction like direwolves and saber-toothed tigers did, because they hunted
Exactly.
their prey. Yeah.
Which, I mean, just because they're still alive, how the hell would they be able to farm? It's not like they're going to get smarter.
Yeah, and it's not just that, because, like, herbivore dinosaurs, the fauna, the fauna that, the plant and fauna that would need to sustain them was actually poisonous to earlier mammals. There's no way our palates would evolve for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like aurochs, I mean, so if you're like, whoa! Can you do that again, Captain? Please say you do that again.
What the? Well, I don't really have that sense of control at the moment.
Damn it! So, like, if you're a cow, you can't eat the same plants like a brontosaurus would eat, because no, that's awesome.
Exactly, and on top of that, the flood that killed the main character's dad didn't kill the kid. And keep in mind, I want to say brontosaurus, I'm not entirely sure, but some type of sauropod. So his dad is obviously a hell of a lot bigger than he is.
Huh. That's true.
And on top of that, they laid clutches of eggs. They don't just lay 3 eggs at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, only 3 of them would survive, but no, there were at least 20 eggs, or hell, even more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Geek Talk with Tyler, everybody.
Hey, no my shit, I did my research. What can I say?
Yeah, man. I love doing R&D on because like with I'm not gonna name drop it yet. The serious animation thing that we're working on, right? One of the biggest challenges is trying to find out what is real sci-fi versus what is real life. So take for instance, you know, like the cyberpunk world, right? That we were discussing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into. So I'm doing R&D. Oh wow, that's the end. Okay. So I'm. I might as well. Let's just use the rest of this time up before we start on Ragnarok.
Okay, so can I acknowledge that what sci-fi is and what sci-fi isn't?
Go for it.
I believe that sci-fi is the potential we could reach as humans to aim for. Like, take for example the Jetsons. They were the first series to introduce space timing. Back then, that seemed like a futuristic concept. Nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, hang on, let me just FaceTime you for a second.
Yeah.
Boom, it's like an everyday thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at. When I was thinking about like, oh, modern days, like, okay, let's see how cybernetics have advanced. We now have bionics that actually have individual finger strength, and that so like the only way the sci-fi would apply is by having like if you could actually touch and feel things with said individual finger strength. We have
Exactly.
we have
But sorry, go ahead.
we have like we actually do have a form of bionic eyes. Like this lady, you just have to hold on to this giant ass fucking power pack, and you could see like blips of like colors for like 20 seconds before it has to start recharging, and then on top of all that, there was a team of surgeons that actually performed an actual hand transplant not 3 years ago. Like I was just blown away. Like so, I'm like, oh, okay, okay, so what can we work with? Okay, regeneration. That's still not an option. That's still, like, ways off, but we can do that. FTL, that's still, like, a thing. Even then, they're talking about, like, oh, we think we managed to find a way, because I just read this on my Google News feed. We think we managed to find a way to ride via light travel by, instead of actually, like, piercing a hole or whatever the fuck and just going light speed, we ride the solar winds because solar winds are already going at light speed. I'm just like, what the fuck? How? What? And they're just like trying this now. We have tech that literally trapped light inside of a crystal. Fucking, just what? Like some of the shit.
I mean, if we're going to be honest about it, I believe we should still call shows like the Jetsons, Star Trek. Even if we get all the technology from those shows and make it real life, I still think we should call them sci-fi because at the time when they were created, those things wouldn't exist.
Well, technically speaking, those things still don't like even if well, no, they still should be called sci-fi because we don't have a replicator. We don't have those giant ass cities that are perched on a goddamn pole or whatever the fuck from the Jetsons. Hell, we don't have like those like we don't excuse me, we don't have hovercrafts, but then again, like with hovercraft tech, because I was looking into it as well, that actually kind of makes more sense not having like hovercraft technology because you have to have a piloting license and no one wants to pay and no one wants to pay the police force for that. So I'm just like, huh, that's really, so that's why
If we're going to take that a step further, what if somebody makes a series but with all the technology that we found applicable, but the best way to describe it would be sci-fi? Would we still call it sci-fi?
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you... Because cryogenics is still ways off. I mean, they tested it on pigs, but, like, it's still ways off. Because it's still, like...
No, then there's no reason why McDonald's should discontinue the McRib then.
Oh, I don't even like the McRib. I don't know why people go gaga over it. The thing is too sweet.
Dude, I don't know why people go gaga over half this shit. Whether it's Twilight or... Honestly, can I say this without any judgment?
Go ahead.
Black Panther, not one of my favorite Marvel films. I felt like it got too political when it didn't need to get political.
No, what the hell you say? You're saying Black Panther wasn't a top-tier superhero? He was never a top-tier superhero to begin with! Fucking...
I'm not saying he was a top-tier superhero. I mean, you can be a top-tier superhero and have a shit movie. Like, Superman would be considered a top-tier superhero, but all of his movies have been shit so far.
By top-tier, I mean, like, Avengers are top-tier in terms of, like, overall gross sales. Guardians of the Galaxy, they were C at best. The only reason why they got elevated, and I still argue this to this day, I don't care if you like it or hate this opinion, it's mainly because of oh Jesus, why Chris why is his name escaping me?
Please, Marvel's got like 3 Chris's. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt,
Chris Pratt.
Chris
oh my God, Chris Pratt, thank you.
Oh fuck, who's the Captain Evan Chris? Captain America Chris.
Chris Evan? Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evan, Hemsworth, and Pratt.
Mm-hmm. Chris Pratt. It's because of Chris Pratt. Thank you, Captain, for saying Pratt.
Are you sure it wasn't Zoe Saldana or Vin Diesel or Dave Bautista or even Bradley Cooper?
Hey, I will. Hey, I will. I'm actually a bigger Bradley Cooper fan because he's funny. But like a lot of people said when I was looking into the R&D, and even from my own experience because I did watch that movie. Long story as to why, even though I kind of didn't want to. Shit.